Hi friends, I am Shravana and welcome back to my channel Sparkling Future. Today we will see the topic joining RDDs in Spark. Before starting with today's topic, I request all of you to subscribe to my channel and also please like, share, comment and hit the bell icon for the latest video notifications. Thank you. So let's take these two files for example. The first file or table we can say, because we are talking about joining here, I have written this table, but you can consider this as a file as well. So we have two files here and the department number DEPT number is the joining key between these two tables or these two files. So the third column, okay, the 101, 102 and 104 here and 101, 102 and 103 here. This is the joining key between these two tables. Now we have seen multiple join conditions, how we can do in data frame in earlier videos. In today's video we will see how to perform the same in RDDs by using the RDDs. So RDDs, it will not have relation database kind of structure, so it will have some key value based structure because we are dealing with RDDs. Okay, so now in data frames we have many kind of joins like inner, outer, left, anti, right, left outer, right outer, then cross join, everything. There is a detailed video on the joins performed on data frames as well in the previous playlist. Okay, please go through that if you are looking for data frame joins. So this video we particularly working with RDDs, joining to RDDs. Okay, I have shown the way in both the files and as well also using the parallelize, how we take the data through sequence and how can we join that. So now RDD joins, actually it is providing uh, inner join and full outer join, right outer join and left outer join. So these four joins only RDDs are giving to us. So on high level, just to understand the data and how the join works, right? So let's say if you say inner join, which means that common keys between these two tables. So here department is the department number is the key, right? So here 101, 102 and 104 are there. So but here it's 101, 102 and 103 are there. So when we perform inner join on the RDD, it should return the records with 101 and 102 department numbers only. So it will be something like this. And inner join is the default join in RDDs. Like if you just give a join, then by default it will consider that as inner join. And you can see here at 101 and 102 are considered as key, and the rest of the data, the first element here is data from table 1, second element from here I am highlighting, right, I'm just moving the cursor, right? So this is from the table 2, which is here. From here you can understand, right? So this is the element 2 and this is the element 1 after we perform the inner join. And similarly we have full outer join. Full outer join means irrespective of matching keys, it will give all the records from both the tables. So something like this. Okay, 101, 102, 103 and 104, all the keys are present here. And if you can notice something called as sum or none, right? Spark will give this kind of structure when we perform the full outer join. That is because it is for example for 101, from both the tables it is present, which means that something is present. And for 104, it is present, the first table contains some value for 104 department number key, but whereas it's not there in the second department table. And also if you take 103, which is present in the second table but which is not present in the first table. So because in full outer join we cannot assure that both the tables will be having some matching data, right? For that reason Spark provides sum or none functionality applied to the full outer join. Next one is left outer join, which means that from the table 1, if you can see here, 101, 102 and 104 keys are considered as key, department numbers are considered as key, and the rest of the values as the values. And it doesn't have 103, right? That's why 103 data is not yet considered here, which is called as left outer join. And similarly right outer join. So the keys that are the department numbers that are present in the right side table, which is the department table, are considered here, and here the similar way whatever is present is considered, and for 103 which is not there in the first table, it is taking as none. So it will take as inner join, full outer join, left outer join, and right outer join. Now let's look into the sample code to understand how it exactly works. Okay, so I've created a Scala object. I've created the Spark session. You can actually use Spark context. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's both the same, because even for creating the reading the text file, I'll be using Spark context only. sc.text file you can use. And here, just for showing you, because in the real-time environment we will be working with files but not the sequence, right? So here I have shown how can we join these two files. So, and if you see this product and categories tables, right, these are huge data. Okay, it contains the both files. So because of that reason, I have taken another example of using sequence, because you can easily understand how each join works. Because of this huge data, you will not be able to easily understand the concept of different joins here. And let's create the RDDs for these two files. And when you are applying join for any RDDs, right, it should be having a key value pair structure, which is called as paired RDD. We can have joins only on paired RDDs. Because of that reason, first we have to create the paired RDDs for the files or sequence whatever we are taking. First we need to divide them as key value pair, and then only we can use a join operation. For that reason, we have a pair RDD1 here, and I am taking this RDD dot map. These two files are comma separated values. So I am saying that split it with comma, and map means it will apply this function for each element in the file. Okay, here x means the line, and for each line you apply this comma. Once that is done, it will have multiple elements, right? So again I am saying, after splitting, it will have different column kind of structure, right? I mean values, different multiple values. So I'm saying that for each element you create a paired RDD with x of 1, which is the key. This is the product category ID, and this is the category ID, okay, in the files. So I am saying that you take this as a key and rest as the values. And similarly, from the second, which is the categories.csv RDD, you take y of 0, which is the category ID, as the key, and rest of the values as values. So once we have these paired RDDs, then we will perform this join condition, saying that paired RDD dot join paired RDD 2, 1 dot join 2. So here it performs the inner join. Okay, and then we will run at a time and see. Okay, in the interest of time, I have already written the code. It's becoming very lengthy video otherwise. And then next we will see the left outer join. So here paired RDD dot left outer join of pair RDD 1, which means that from this table it will consider and it will perform the left operations from this table. Okay, left join from this table. And similarly for the right outer join, this pair RDD 2 means from here it will consider as a right table and this as the left table. And similarly you can just do dot the pair RDD 1 dot full outer join of pair RDD 2. That's it. You can just do the collect and you can perform this full outer join as well. Only these four things are available in the RDDs. Okay, so this is how we can perform joins in the RDDs, and this is the way we can make the key value pair for the joining keys. And here you don't have to, if there are 100 columns in the RDD, you don't have to select all the 100. Okay, whichever columns you wanted to pick up, you just take them as x, it starts with a 0 index, so x of 0, and then if you want only 2 columns, you can have x of 0 or 1, or x of 100, 0 comma x of 100 also you can write. So this way we will use that as a select in the data frames. And now this is how we write the code, but just for your understanding I have taken simple data. That's where we will understand the join, right? But this works the same as how it works. And I have the second RDD with the department table. So now first step before join is what? We have to create the paired RDDs. So for that I have created a first RDD saying that RDD1 and map x with take this x of 3, which is this one. And if you notice, because this is the sequence, we cannot write x in braces 3, okay? It will be in this format because it's different elements in the sequence. So the third one, and it starts with 1 sequence, right? So it starts with 1. I'm saying that x dot placeholder 3 is the key in this, and rest of the things you can make it as values. I'm not taking 3 here, if you notice, right? And similarly for the second RDD, I'm saying that RDD2 dot map, this is the RDD2, which is the department table that map, take the first one as the key and the rest of the values as values, okay? And so now we have inner join saying that join RDD1 equal to first RDD dot join of second RDD, which is inner join. I am simply printing, okay, but I am printing the take 10 and 10 rows. I am just printing so that it will, we can see all the data, okay? And this is the way we can, I mean, when we directly use the print of RDD, it will give some buffered values, garbage values. So we have to use like for each and println to print and see this RDD data. And this is the inner join, right? So next one is full outer join. For the full outer join, I am placing first RDD, full outer join as second RDD, and then take 10. So similarly, how we have done here only join, and here full outer join, and here the left outer join, and here is the right outer join. These are the 4 available joins for which we can apply on the RDDs. Okay. So now usually after the joins from the data frames, right, we use some selected fields. We might not take everything. So for that reason, this last statement will work to pick up whatever is required. So I mean, here these are the code for selecting all the columns, okay? Now if you wanted to take only 1 or 2 columns from the join RDD, this way you can take, okay? So now when you say join RDD of map, right, it will have x dot high underscore 1 as the key, x dot underscore 2 as the column. Okay, now let me run this code to show you how the result looks like. Okay, let's start from here. So first is inner join, and it is printing the values which are common between both the tables. And next one is full outer join, so printing the values which are irrespective of matching or unmatching keys, it is printing everything. And if the values are present, it is printing that sum is there. If nothing, then it is printing the none. Similarly for 103 key, we don't have anything from the first table, so it is printing none there. Then coming to the left outer join, it is printing that whatever is from the left table, whatever is available, right, it has 101, 102 and 104. So because of that reason, it is printing all these things. And then right side in the sense whatever we have given inside the right outer join brace, from there will pick up the right side data. And for 103 we don't have anything from the first table, so it is none. And for the rest of the things, it has returned the values. And similarly for the left outer join, for 104 we don't have anything from the second table, so it is none here. And some values are coming from the first table. So clear, right? If you have some doubt, right, just go back and note down the data and you can compare from there how this join works. And finally we are printing the data, which is this one, which is the placeholder 2, okay? And this is the key, and this entire thing is the value in the join RDD, right? So now we said this is dot 1 dot underscore 1 and this is dot underscore 2. For that reason, here join RDD 1 we are printing, which is from the inner join. In inner join it will not have some or the other options. So if you see here, this is the result of inner join. So this is the key, and this is the value, and the same has been printed in this one. So from here, let's say you wanted to have only something, okay, how we will see how to dig it up to the value that you wanted to pick it up from this key value pair RDD. So now this is considered as x dot placeholder 2, right? So now again inside this again 2 are there, which means that this is if you say dot underscore 1 is this highlighted part, dot underscore 2 is this highlighted part. So now let's say we want this one, then again we will say dot 1, dot underscore 1 is this one, dot underscore 2 is this one, dot underscore 3 is this one. Okay, similarly for this if you say, then here it will become 2, and again 1 here. If you say this is 2. So that's how we can take whatever we want from this complex structure. Okay, so now let's print this. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so now let me run this. And you can see the one which is the key has been printed here. And if you want both 1 and 2 keys, right, then what you can do is then same thing 2. Okay, now when I run this, it should return the 111, whatever is employee ID and employee name, it should return. You can see here, right? Okay, if you want 3 also, then again give comma and use the 3 whatever you want. Or if you want the fruits or something, then here we should change it to 2, and here you should change it to 1. And then if you run this, I should have commented this. Okay. And if you can see here, right, so this is from the first element and this is from the second element, and we are able to see like this how many you want, you can pick it up. Okay, so this is how we can select all the, we can perform joins, and we can select the values, total values from this join data frame, or you can pick it up the multiple things. So this is how joins work, friends. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any queries, please post in the feedback section or comment section, and please subscribe to my channel for more interesting learnings.